Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Honorable Examiners, Bapak Dr. Handes Ahmad Rida MA, and Ibu Reni Haryanti SSM Hum. The Honorable Supervisors, Bapak Dr. Handes Adre Fiza MA PhD, and Ibu Indri Anastasia SSMA. On this occasion, I would like to present my thesis proposal with the title An Analysis of Speech Functions Used by Beauty Vlogger Salim at YouTube channel. First of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Riza Thania Savitri with the student number A1B217063. So let me start. And of course, for this thesis proposal, there are three main points that will be discussed. So first is the introduction, consists of background of the study, research questions, purpose of the research, limitation of the research, significance of the research, and the definitions of key terms. The chapter 2, review of related literature. First, consists of pragmatics, speech functions or speech acts, politeness, socio-pragmatic aspects, dialogue versus monologue, face-to-face versus online communication, YouTube, and previous research. And the chapter 3, research method, consists of research design, object of the study, data collection, and the data analysis. First, let me explain the chapter 1 introduction and background of the study. So, language is a communication tool for people to interact with each other and exchange information. It means language is a tool used by society to interact between them, also can be used in spoken and written form. That's the reason why language and society cannot be separated. As Holmes say in 2013, states that the study of the relationship between language and society is called sociolinguistics. In sociolinguistics, society uses variety of language and it helps people to form opinions, thoughts, and express their feelings in different way, depending on the situations. The way people talk to a friend may be very different when people talk in formal conference. It means the function of language also different. That's why it called speech functions. And speech functions, usually, the researchers about speech function take sources from novels, movies, or the real class situations, but actually speech functions occur in social media. For example, is YouTube, the most famous, the most popular social media or platform that the platform to send a video, to send a video log, and it can access and watch by public. The vlogger or content creator can post any kind of vlog. For example, daily activities vlog, podcasts, lectures, food reviews, games, storytelling, even fashion and beauty content. And personally, I'm interested in beauty content on YouTube. It discusses about makeup tutorials, makeup product reviews, and skincare routine, and so on. And especially with the development of the beauty industry in Indonesia, I, as a researcher, very interested in discussing this phenomenon because it's very close to us. So by this research, I decided to examine the utterances of beauty vlogger Suhai Salim on her YouTube channel. Second is, the next point is research questions, and I have two research questions. The first one, what categories of speech functions are used by beauty vlogger Suhai Salim in her videos? And the last one, what is the most dominant category of speech function used by beauty vlogger Suhai Salim in her videos and why? Next, the purpose of the research. I have three purposes. First one is to analyze the speech functions used by Suhai Salim beauty vlogs. Second, to identify the categories of speech functions used in Suhai Salim's beauty vlogs. And the last, to determine the dominant speech functions used in Suhai Salim's beauty vlogs. And the limitation of the research is limited to analyze speech functions of beauty vloggers by Salim utterances in her vlogs at her YouTube channel. And specifically, the researcher wants to know what categories of speech functions used by beauty vloggers by Salim in her vlogs and what the most dominant categories of speech functions she used. Next is the significance of the research. First, students' interest in social linguistics. This research is expected to increase the interest of students in social linguistics field, especially in various kinds of social and language phenomena that occur in community. So students will gain more knowledge and broad insights from the surrounding environment. And also, they can increase their creativity by using various social media as a source or a medium for work. Second, the readers. This research is expected to improve readers' understanding of social phenomena with various types of language that happen in society. Therefore, from this study, readers can find out a different side of a vlog about beauty, namely how speech functions are used by beauty vloggers. From this research, readers can find out that speech functions is not only found in a dialogue, but also in monologue. Next, the definitions of key terms. First, speech functions refers to a way of someone delivers ideas in communication to make listeners understand the ideas well. And vlogger refers to a person who regularly posts a vlog to social media. Third, beauty vlogger is a YouTube user that create a video about a personal review about makeup, fashion, and daily life activity, according to Sykes in 2014. Last but not least, YouTube is a video sharing service that allows users to watch videos posted by other users and upload videos of their own. Move to the second chapter is the review of related literature. So in this chapter, there are 8 subpoints. So there are pragmatics, speech functions or speech acts, politeness, socio-pragmatic aspects, dialogue versus monologue, face-to-face versus online communication, YouTube, and the last, reviews research. Specifically for this proposal, I choose the topic speech functions. So I use the theory from Holmes in 2013. He stated that speech functions are the language which expressed in different contexts has repeatedly involved considerations of politeness. And the categories of speech functions that he stated are expressive, directive, referential, metalinguistic, poetic, and fatigue. So this is the categories of speech functions that I will use in this research. Move to the second chapter is the research methods. So there are 4 subpoints. The first one is research design. So the researchers use descriptive qualitative research to analyze the data because it fits the research. So usually qualitative is qualitative approach, it means that the data derived from interviews, personal documents, audio records, and other official documents. And this research use the video records from YouTube videos, and it means doing the qualitative research is similar to do an investigation, which means I, as the researcher, doing investigation toward the language itself by studying theories and analyzing language cases from videos, and the researcher can fulfill the research of the objective and produce nice results. Second one, the object of the study. So the object of the study, I will use 2 videos of Suhail Salim's YouTube channel. And for information, Suhail Salim is a YouTube vlogger. Is a beauty vlogger from Indonesia that already has 1.5 million subscribers and produces more than 330 vlogs on her YouTube channel. And the 2 videos that I will choose is the most viewers, got the most viewers for all over the video that she produces, because it means that a video attracts a lot of viewers and increase the interest and characteristics of the Suhail Salim's channel on YouTube. And next, the data collection. First, the researcher watching the video, and actually the video will be downloaded, and the researcher will watch the video many times until the researcher find the utterances that might be included as a categorized as speech functions. So firstly, the researcher needs to identify the utterances that might involve in speech functions categories. Secondly, the researcher needs to identify in which minutes or seconds that Suhail Salim say the utterance. And third, the researcher needs to analyze the categories of speech functions that Suhail Salim used in the videos. Second, identify the script and marking the data. So after the researcher watched the video many times, the next step is to identify the transcript of the video. The researcher can get a transcript of the video itself by turning on the subtitle button on YouTube, but to produce more precise data, the researcher will check the data by correcting scripts that do not match the ones in the video. Hereinafter, the researcher will determine and marking the data of the video in which part is included in the category of speech functions and what type of speech functions that she used. Okay, next is the data analysis. After collecting the data, the researcher specifically analyze and organize the data, and the steps are: first, analyze the utterance of Suhail Salim's videos. So Suhail Salim utterances that contain speech functions must be sorted based on the categories. After that, the researcher will write the time in which part she say the utterances that categorize as speech functions. The second, analyze the categories of speech functions. Suhail Salim utterances must be grouped according to the correct categories, and the researcher will use the table that simplifies the data analysis process by give the checklist in column of the categories of speech functions. And third is the tabulation of the data. In order to make it easier to researcher, the researcher will use 2 tables to count and record the data. The purpose of the first table is to classify the types of speech functions. Then the second table is used to calculate the final result and to determine and determine what category of speech functions Suhail Salim used the most. And the use of these two tables is very useful to facilitate the researcher in analyzing the data. The last but not least, the researcher draws a conclusion of the research. So after the researcher collect the data and analyze the data, the researcher will conclude by stating the categories of speech functions used by Suhail Salim in her video. The most dominant category used by Suhail Salim in her video, and the reason why Suhail Salim used that category more often rather than the rest of categories. And I will give the examples. So here is the video of Suhail Salim with the title Skincare Routine plus Praktek, and gained a lot of viewers, the most popular ones. And the utterances that I took, gue seneng make clay mask agak banyak emang biar lebih ngaruh aja, biar lebih kelihatan hasilnya. Di menit 1:05 sampai 1:10. In English, I like to use a lot of clay masks so that they can have more effect in my skin, so you can see the results more. And after that, the utterances that I took, that I got, will categorize in this table. So this is the first table. It consists of the utterances, the time, and the categories of speech function from Holmes 2013. And they are expressive, directive, referential, metalinguistic, emphatic, and poetic. So these utterances is the expressive function. After that, after I got all the data, after I get all the data, I count the frequency and the percentage of the utterance, and this is how I will find the most dominant categories of speech function that Suhail Salim used. And after that, we get the total frequency and the percentage. So that's all. That's all for the presentation. So thank you so much for the attention. I hope this is so thank you so much for the attention. I will close the presentation. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.